Life is a process. Life moves in stages. We don't become what we dream of without going through the journey that shapes us. If success were meant to happen instantly, we would simply wake up and step into the reality of our dreams. Think about that. But that's not how life works. A lot of people don't know this. Growth takes time. Progress demands effort. Result follows consistency. The idea of sudden wealth, overnight success, or what people call blowing, you don't blow, you don't hammer, that is doing little and gaining everything, is a deeply flawed mentality. It has distorted our thinking and pushed many people towards doing dangerous and desperate things just to make money. At the end of the day, these people make this money and they're traumatized. They can't even enjoy the fruits of their crazy labors. Some people would rather risk their lives traveling through harsh and inhuman conditions, chasing a version of success they believe exists elsewhere. Meanwhile, many haven't fully committed to building something meaningful where they are. A lot of people want to skip consistency, they want to skip effort and jump into results, but life doesn't work that way, unfortunately. We've been conditioned to believe the grass is always greener on the other side, so we overlook the value of what we have here. We ignore the power of starting small, staying consistent, and growing steadily. Why? Because we just want to be, want to escape our situation right on the spot, almost immediately. Why? Who taught Africans that way? Why do we do that? But this is the simple truth. There is no shortcut to success. There is absolutely no shortcut to success. There's no skipping the process. If you skip the process, you're going to fall. You can't replace discipline with wishful thinking. Life doesn't reward that. It's important you appreciate where you are, work with what you have, stay focused on building and not escaping. If you want to escape, if you replace building with escaping, you're definitely going to lose it in life. Why? Because real success is not found overnight, it is built over time. You can't escape your situation, you can grow out of it. Now, take a look at most of these women that went abroad to prostitute. They went there for their family, their parents sent them abroad to go and prostitute for their family. Those families they were hustling for, where are they? Most of them are not doing so well. Why? Because they had somebody out there bringing money for them that they never worked for. One person is doing the laborer job and another person is consuming and not building. Africans need to know that until you build, you would have nothing. We need to embrace this concept of work, consistency, effort, and results. Life doesn't reward escape. You cannot escape it. Yes, there are a few cases of people that have escaped, but then for the greater good, you don't think about just yourself as we Africans and Nigerians do. You're thinking about only yourself. That's why you would leave the country, go abroad to go and prostitute. But then when you think of building an environment that would flourish, your generations, your 10th generation will not have to worry. Africans don't build wealth. In most cases, we just want to be successful. We just want to have a name to ourselves. That is why we are where we are. They say the problem of Africa is bad leadership. But then, have you met bad followers? Have you met followers that don't know what it means to hustle? They don't know what it means to work, build. Anyways, I'm just starting out in life. I pray that God gives me the grace to be consistent. God gives me the grace not to escape. That's my prayer. Thank you.